Bam, that went straight into it. Welcome guys, my name's Glenn. This is my cryptocurrency channel called BitGlen. This is where I try and vlog my journey in the world of crypto, and obviously now we're heading away from cloud mining services to actually mining myself, and I hope that you join me on that journey. Today's actually going to be quite a quick video for some of you that may be used to my regular formats. I'm going to actually just split this into two. So I'm literally going to create this video, talk about what I want to talk about pretty much, with a little bit of involvement from the live chat, and then I'm going to end the video, and then we're going to go into a more general discussion format, which for some people that just want to watch a 10-minute video just isn't really viable for me to do hour-and-a-half long videos. So I'm going to split it up. I'm going to chat about what I want to chat to in this video. If you want to stick around at the end of it, I'm going to end the video, start a new live stream where we can sit and chat. So I hope you carry on and join me for that. If you're new to this channel, as you can see I'm making changes, please hit the subscribe button down below, or this little BitGlen logo that you can see in the corner, or click this video, give it a like. That obviously helps spread the channel. I think that's everything. But we're going to get on to what I wanted to discuss today. So I'm looking at purchasing the Antminer Z9 and also a Z9 Mini. Now, I have a group chat called Team BitGlen, which you can find in the description down below, and I encourage you to join that, even if you just want to jump in and obviously gain some knowledge from some of the other more vocal guys in there. But good group of people, all just trying to help. No shilling, no scams, nothing like that. Just crypto talk and a bit of banter as well. So I was chatting to one of the guys today, and he was talking to me about the potential of a Z9 coming out, obviously later on in September. And he was comparing it to, say, the T9, which he bought earlier this year. Now, the T9, you may not know, is essentially a S9, which we all know as the most popular one when Bitmain first took off, and it was the most profitable Bitcoin miner. Frederick and BP have joined the group chat, and they say, yo, evening Glenn, thanks for joining guys. And this is meant to be a more stable ASIC miner. What does that actually mean? So the S9 was really powerful and it used a lot of power, but people tend to find that there was burnouts and hardware faults and stuff like that happening. Bitmain went away and obviously sort of redesigned. They didn't really do much to the design because it's actually the same, but internally they sort of optimized it, it's probably a better word, so that it was more stable. It could run at these temperatures for a longer period of time without sort of hardware faults. But for that, the terahash suffered a little bit. So the actual terahash on these are around about 11 terahashes, where an S9 or an S9i would give you about 14 terahashes of power in terms of mining bit or SHA-256, sorry. One of the downsides to these is that, from my understanding, from what one of the guys in the Team BitGlen was saying, is that they're either very hard or you're not able to overclock them or change the frequency on them, so you can't output more power into the system so that it pumps out more mining. So what comes out of the box is what you get. That's it. It's set. Which for someone who just wants to literally plug in and go, that's fantastic because there's no hassle. But if you actually want to get the most for your money, the S9 tends to be a more profitable machine, but you may encounter issues down the line. Now, I'm not saying that either of these are profitable at the moment. I think with the current prices of Bitcoin, these are actually running at an unprofitable rate. But we're talking about the Z9. So you're saying, Glenn, why are you talking about the T9? Well, obviously we have the Antminer Z9 Mini, which came out and was advertised at doing 10,000 sols, or 10,000 hash per second. It says here that it has a discrepancy of plus 5%, so therefore you would think, okay, maybe it can do 10,500. But actually, what a lot of people are finding is that they can actually tweak the frequency of these machines up to about, or the frequency of 750, which is giving them around 14 to 16,000 souls. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but that's actually an increase of 60% performance, which is huge, 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 huge. By the time you buy 2 of these machines and overclock them, it's like you've gained a 3rd machine. So this has been really successful and really popular, and based on the conversations that I've had of someone who's been running these machines, they've said that they've been able to run them at that sort of power overclocked for a little while now without any hardware issues, because that's one of the biggest risks with overclocking machines like this. So the Z9 that's coming out, the question is, are you able to overclock them? Are they going to bring out another sort of T9 where you can't overclock it? If you can't, that would be very disheartening, because the actual price of the Z9 is pretty much equivalent to 4 Z9 minis. So a Z9 mini sets you back $850. We're going to leave the shipping and the power unit out because it's the same for both machines. But let's times that by 4 just to show you an example. 3,400, whereas a Z9 would set you back 3,319. So there's $80 difference between between getting 4 Z9 minis and obviously just buying this big daddy Z9 that's coming out in September. But this is where the big difference is. If you can, let's just say, overclock the Z9 minis at, let's just say, 13,000 souls, we're going to times that by 4. You're going to get 52,000 souls for 3,400. If you compare that to down here, you have a hash rate here of 40,000.8. So you're actually going to be you're going to have 10,000 more souls, essentially another S9 mini, if you was to buy 4 of the S9 minis as opposed to this Z9. Now, if they release this Z9 and you can overclock it, then obviously we're all just guessing and plucking figures out of thin air. If again you can achieve 60%, you know, overclocking these bad boys, then you are looking at a massive 60-something thousand souls. I'm not suggesting that anyone's going to get that, but based on previous machines, the Z9 Mini, that's the sort of figures you're talking about as a comparison. Then the Z9, the big one, will be a lot better value for money, as long as obviously it can keep up with those sort of hash rates for a long period of time. So that's what I really wanted to discuss today. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think that the Z9 will be able to be overclocked like you can with the Z9 minis? Like I say, there's a few YouTubers out there that have got these machines in their hands and they are overclocking them and they are getting good results. Before I've discussed about this, I wanted to sort of get first-hand experience. So I've actually been speaking to someone in person that has these machines and actually running them at those sort of rates on a regular basis. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are your views? Do you think that Bitmain will release these Z9s without the capability of overclocking them? If you can overclock them, what do you think will be the sort of discrepancy in soul power? Obviously, this is going to make a huge difference into your profitability. So if you've been watching my videos, I've already been through this before, but let's just have a little look. So on the Equihash algorithm, you're looking at 40,000 souls for the Z9, a power watts of 1150. My current cost for electricity is about 14 to 15 cent. Obviously I'm in UK, so I actually pay British money and I've had to convert it. But let's calculate that. You can see here today, it seems that the Zencash is the most profitable coin at $87. Now what's interesting to me is that obviously I've been keeping an eye on this website almost on a daily basis now. especially for the Z9, because I'm looking to buy one myself within the coming days to get that pre-order for beginning of September. And this seems to be going up. I'm not saying that that's a trend that's going to continue. I just thought that this would continuously go down with the amount of Z9 minis, and also the Silicon A9 that is producing 50,000 souls per machine. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. When I first looked into this based on 40,000 souls, it was coming up with a profitability of $77 a day, which at the time I thought was awesome. But now it's saying 87. So we'll see what happens there. If you was able to get, obviously, a, say, 60% increase, you're looking at something like 65,000 souls, if my maths is correct, which it probably isn't. You would also have to obviously expect, obviously, because you're drawing more power to the machine, your wattage to go up. So let's base that on another 60%, which will be around about 600 to 700 more watts. So let's base this on 1750. Again, these are all just, I'm just guesstimating at the moment. I have no facts about the Z9. It's not out yet. So again, do your own research and obviously go with what you feel's going to happen. But you can see here the profitability shoots up massively. This is, remember, within a 24-hour period. So you're looking at $143 times 31 days, say, of the month. And that's the sort of profitability you would get if you can overclock it continuously for a whole month, depending on pool fees, and obviously your own electricity costs. I can't emphasize enough, I'm not recommending this to anyone, but these are the sort of figures you could get if it sounds like Keythrow at yours. That's because I've got this fan on beside me. I'll move it out of the way. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Is it better to get 4 Z9 minis, or is it better to buy this one new Z9? It really depends on, obviously, this overclocking. If the machine gets delivered to homes, and obviously I'll be one of the first to comment about it, because I'm going to do the pre-order and get one delivered here. I'm going to try and overclock that bad boy straight away. And obviously I'll share the results with you guys. But obviously at the minute now, it's sort of like, oh, do I go for 4 Z9 minis, or do I go for the one Z9? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're new to this channel, click the subscribe button, give this a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. For the guys in the group chat and my regular viewers, I'm actually going to end this video now, just so you know that we're all here at the end. And I'm actually going to start another live stream literally straight away, and that's going to be called Late Night Chats with Glen. I'm going to start that literally in about a minute's time. So join me over there. Just wait around for a minute. We'll start a new live stream. But this is the end of the video for the Z9 mini questions. Thanks, guys. Bye.